Hi guys, this is Jess with your All Signs General Read Love Edition. For those of you who are interested in your own personal read, check out the link in the description box below. Without further ado, of course, let's start with Aries. You've made mistakes. You acknowledge that as someone that you're missing. Men, this is for Aries men. And you are now starting to kind of deal with the fallout and the change of that, right? You don't want to run away from your feelings, and you don't want to lie to yourself any longer. So some of you are taking a good hard look at yourself. Men, Aries single men. Forgiving yourself. And acknowledging possibly even where you've gone wrong. You guys aren't going to be able to see these cards, so this is probably more of a listening than it is viewing, because they're backwards, I believe. But definitely starting to understand where you've gone wrong, what you've accepted, and changing that for the better, okay? Even though it's going to be a struggle for you men, you're working through the problem. So that's really good, Aries single men. You know, you go back and forth. Yeah, you know that, you know, you're working on things and things, you know, where the problems lie and what you played in, the part you played in and that sort of thing. But you still are confused as far as being able to fully move on without thinking, without still going back to that place, right? So it's one step at a time. Don't be so hard on yourself. And honestly, you're on the mend. So for some of you, this may not be a time when you are rushing out to open your heart up, but you are mending yourself, mending your fences, mending yourself, and wanting to mend fences with a person. Some of you are really thinking about trying to communicate or trying to get some closure. And you may feel like it's necessary to communicate that with someone. Harder said than done. They may not be open to that, but all you can do is work on yourself. And it's good because you are kind of confronting things about yourself that you need to. So that's good. Aries single ladies. You reminiscing, thinking about someone. And now you're kind of getting a clear understanding of how they felt. You know that you want more in a relationship, or you want your needs met as you're willing to meet others. But you still think about how things kind of left off and what you've endured and went through, and you kind of are a bit damaged by that, ladies. You're getting a clearer understanding, no different than Aries men. You're starting to understand things more clearly. You are closing the gap and just accepting people and things as they are, and not, again, and then becoming a disappointment. So you could be, ladies, working on yourself, but also acknowledging what you need to tolerate and kind of raising your bar a bit higher. But the challenge here could be disconnecting from someone from your past, or being more feet on the ground and not fantasizing and, fantasizing your love situation, whether it's something that you're looking to accept or you're looking for, or the past. So getting real with yourself. I see a lot of kind of self-help, improvement, but all single Aries are doing here. So that looks really good. It may not be the time when the person is in your life. And if you are seeing someone, guys, it looks like you guys are kind of taking note of what you will and will not accept, and what you're willing to bring to the table, and the changes you're willing to make. So that looks really good. Aries couples. You're doing what you need to do. Your person could be struggling right now with you, or in this relation, or personally, something that they're going through. You know, if the two of you are struggling and things may not be in the right place right now, you could be acknowledging that. And some of you, Aries, also could be struggling outside of your relationship. If this is not just about your partner, there could be you trying to evolve and find your path and place in life as well. But some of you could just be struggling with, where is this relationship going? What do I truly want out of it? So you're asking those tough questions, if not to them, at least to yourself. And your person acknowledges that you are who you are, and that is someone that is very special. You can't be beat. So Although they may be going through some things, you could be the person that's there for them. If you guys are going through problems, you definitely you're worth the fight, you're worth the wait, you're worth the repair. That's nice. I do see chemistry coming up with the both of you, and kind of realizing where the problems lie. Someone may be going through something, and it's kind of like I'm going to love you through this. I'm going to be patient with you through this type of thing. Also, if you guys are in a really challenging place, you're deciding to commit, or you guys deciding to commit and fight the good fight through it, may prove positive, but other people may think that, you should be thinking twice about that. So you're going to do what's best for you. And I don't necessarily see you guys giving up, because there's still that chemistry and that love and that care for one another, although there's the acknowledgement that there's some struggles. That's what I have for Aries. Now let's get Taurus. Hi, Taurus. Well, Taurus single men, you're leaving someone alone, the aggravation alone. You may have several options, but it may be getting a little too crazy or frustrating. So you could be leaving people alone. You also may be feeling like you've lost money or losing money dealing with so many people. And again, that's aggravating, that's draining. Making a decision, committing to someone. There could have been many people that you've met, men that have shown interest, that could have been the one, if you will. But some of you may have been struggling with closing the gap and actually pursuing someone in the real sort of way. You want sex, maybe not so much love. Like, you're not here for a whole bunch of commitment. You want what you want, men, when you want it. And there's always someone who's available to give it to you. And you know that. And yes, you know that. And that's what you're going to be getting. You keep doing what you're doing, and you're going to keep getting what you're getting. And it's going to be desire for sexual fulfillment, sexual healing, and socializing to boot with several people, I might add. Just make sure you're protected, ladies. You may feel like some of you Taurus single ladies, there's someone who you may feel you have an upper hand with, someone who's irresistible, but you may be holding back. Although some of you do want love, you may feel it's important for you to maintain self-control and control in situations as it relates to love. You could be quite flighty, or others around you. So someone wants you, you're not so open to them, vice versa, that sort of thing. Being able to come, go, being entertained, meeting up with people, having the drive, the energy, also could be a challenge. So you may not be up for it, not in the mood. Some of you are going to be on this spree of tarot reading, obsessed over tarot readings, whether you're doing them or you're watching them, which only deepens more of it will exacerbate your disappointment and your heartache to some extent. So be careful with that. Some of you are really in love with someone, or you want to express your love, or you feel like it's really time for love, although you may, like I said, attract people who want a good time and you're not having it. So it's in time. You're going to find yourself slowly but surely kind of falling for someone and can't help it, and wanting to express that, especially if they're separated from you. You guys are apart. So it's quite interesting, Taurus single ladies. Couples, Taurus. Hold on, guys. Well, you're thinking about should forever remain. Is forever what you want? What do you want? They want to work on this, but it's difficult, again, to do if outside people are involved, work gets in the way, or they can only do what they can do. It takes two. You're still in a place of trying to decide, and you're very confused. You don't know what you want. Some of you may have just a lot on your plate, and love may not be the first thing that you can kind of give to. Other than that, it's like, where do we go? Not so sure. You're on the fence, Taurus. you may feel like this is just not it. You can do better by yourself. You can do bad by yourself, that sort of thing. You guys could be struggling or just feeling a bit broken when it comes to this relationship. There could be someone who's not evenly yoked with you. You guys don't necessarily match as well. And you're slowly but surely trying to grasp for where can you hold on to the faith, you know, and the promise of things getting better. Maybe bleak, or at least, you know, for you, it could be challenging to see through the problems. Again, there may be too many cooks in the kitchen, too many outside people, this situation not evolving, or the two of you, it just seems like it scratches the surface and you don't get as deep as you need to be in this to get down to the root of the problem, to focus and work on it. And again, it may not be exactly what you want, Taurus. You may start to go quiet, ghost a little bit, detach yourself because you're not feeling it. And for some of you, it has nothing to do with this person, especially if it's not that deep of a relationship. It's more about you aligning yourself and getting on your feet and stabilizing yourself before you can be good for anyone. I see. Yeah, this might come to a halt. Hopefully no one resorts to drinking or overindulging. And so in separation, someone will come back, but it could be very challenging to get to the root of the truth. For someone to be ethically sound, although everything will come out if the two of you continue this by August of this time. Excuse me, anything that's hidden will start to come out. The cracks, if there are cracks in the foundation, things will start to become very clear about where the two of you stand. That's what I have for Taurus. Now let's look at Gemini. Hi, Gemini. So let's get into your general love for first week of March. Gemini single men, you're detaching yourself from a situation. You had to let a situation go so you can get back to center. You didn't expect things to go the way that they've gone. And some of you may feel like you're running out of time, like you don't have enough time to make this work. You may just not physically have enough time, like you're too busy. So you may have wanted something to work, men, but again, time, effort, another person's decision making has gotten in the way of this. You want love from a very specific person that you may feel completely devoted to, as if the two of you can't let each other go no matter what, right? So you're kind of in this precarious place because you really want a particular person. You want love, but it coming around for you may seem like, you know, it's too late for me, that sort of thing. You're not going to chase after people. You're going to hold things inside. Hopefully you don't allow it to turn into guilt and pity for yourself. So try to see your way through any negative thoughts, because it can ruminate and get a little problematic for you. Yeah, so I see you just going inside, men, being more internal, keeping a lot of things to yourself, holding back what you really want to tell someone and how you truly feel. Gemini single ladies, you're not so sure. You may have options here, but you're not so sure about whether or not you want to move forward in your relationship. You want to open yourself up. You just may feel to some extent broken and vulnerable, right? Some of you left someone behind and you felt you had no other choice, and the absence is really affecting you. You truly miss someone. You're forgiving yourself, and that's really good. Although some of you may feel like you're forgiving yourself, and for some of you acknowledging that you have let yourself go. These two cards definitely shows to me there's a letting yourself go. And so you may be getting back to basics and getting back to what's important to you, and less focused on love and the person that got away, but more on you and making up for the lost time, again, that has been neglected. Looks really good. Gemini single ladies, Geminis. You're mending the fences. You're all about let's love each other again, get back on track. So you guys are picking up from where you left off last week. Here in last month, which was technically last week. Your partner is okay with that. They're also doing their part. They're hopeful that the two of you can make things work. You may be thinking, how long is this going to last? We may be in our honeymoon stage, or yeah, we're mending fences, but kind of a little on edge, or thinking, can we finally really get it back on track? I hope we don't, fumble again, that sort of thing. And your person seems to be someone who may have boundary issues. It's hard for them to separate themselves from this relationship, or they may feel like they give too much and lose themselves, or they've given too much and they've lost themselves. So they still are trying to get over this and get past the problem. So if the two of you are mending fences, trying to get back on track, it's going to take them some time. No matter how good it feels between the two of you now, it's going to take some time. You are still trying to get your footing, not just in this relationship, but in life yourself. You're still going through growing pains, and you want them to understand that, that you're putting your best foot, forward. But, you're only human, that type of thing. And your person, I'm telling you, you have someone here who, they love you, they care about you, but they also are struggling with their own identity and trying to distinguish where they begin and where you or the family ends. Like, they feel like they've given too much, and in some ways they've lost themselves, and they're being very mindful to try not to do that again. This can turn, if you guys aren't careful and you're checking in with each other and really doing the work that it took for the two of you to come back together, to mend the fence, to get back on track, or even to give each other a chance, then this can turn back into being a bit sour and disconnected and disjointed, especially with what it appears, Gemini, to be your partner, feeling so lost in this, So be careful. Make sure you guys are communicating constantly, checking in on each other, and still, putting your best foot forward. That's what I have for Gemini. So let's get Cancer. Hi, Cancer. So let's look at what's coming up for you single Cancer men. You're willing to work and get to know people, that sort of thing. Some of you are more focused men on work than you are a relationship. You do have options. There may be someone that you have a fancy towards, that you can extend yourself. Yeah, but you're more focused on your money or a particular person that you may feel like, no, it's never ever since her. There's never been anyone like her since her. So no one can compete with a ghost. Some of you definitely are still holding on very tightly, but also money. Some of you are really cooking up a great business idea or venture, or really going for it at work in your career, and that's, again, far more important to you. Yeah, you'll dibble and dabble, but your overall stability and your goals are more important if this is not about a particular person. You're not even really thinking about love. You may have, you have what you have when you have it. It's like, I want to have sex, who you can go to. I want my ego stroke. I want to get high, if that's your thing. Whatever your thing is that detracts from your overall well-being, you'll do it, and it can come out of nowhere. And it's just to get you off, if you will, men. And then you're back at your more practical side of life. So you're kind of compartmentalizing things, and you honestly, men, feel like relationships is just a burden. Ladies, you're ready to get back together with someone. Some of you, if you meet a new person and it feels like old times, you're almost smitten immediately, but you want a relationship, you want a family, you miss your old family if you had one. So love is all on your mind. It could be a bit all-consuming or very frustrating. Yeah, I see you just stuck in your head over a situation with someone who you truly love and care deeply for and still want, ladies. So, yeah, that's where you're at with it. Give yourself some time. You will be able to kind of close the gap, and you'll get refocused on more practical areas of your life. And it definitely could be, if you keep focused on them, you could call this person back, but they're pretty stubborn. So you may have to acquiesce to them, ladies. But I also see new opening up for you. Someone wanting to date you, couples. You're at a crossroads with your person. They're at a crossroads with you. They have to make a decision. Who's going to break down and reach out first? You can, because they're gonna be welcoming you with open arms. This is someone who truly cares about you, who's very patient and understanding when it comes to you, who loves you. Either you're married to them, or that's the intent. That's the wanting to live together, to be married, and to go full on with this. This may be too much work. Some of you may feel like you just have too much on your plate, and your person is, again, trying to take the high road and put things into perspective. If the two of you are separated, divorced, on a break, your person, again, is taking the high road and giving it time, not succumbing to negative thoughts and thinking, but just one day at a time, that sort of thing. Yes, you want this, and some of you, again, hopefully nobody's in jail, but or have to be away for a bit. But I do see you picking up communication. Them may need some time to respond, so you need to be a little bit patient, especially if your person shows you that sort of grace here, because you may have a lot on your plate. They're kind of coming to a more manageable place in their life, and you may feel overwhelmed and it's hectic. So when you have a moment, when you have time, when you're in the mood, that sort of thing, then it's all about them. They may not like that. So if they have communicated that, this will be your time to kind of make some changes there. I do get, for one of you at least, work is really busy and very important. Coming together, bridging the gap, socializing, getting together, having sex, having fun. But somebody could be secretly keeping to themselves that either they're leaving, walking away from this, no longer want this. But you'll see, either one of you can pay attention and see that someone is switching up. It's a slow. Somebody slowly changing how they feel here. And I'm not talking about those of you who is really locked in. Then it could be one of you changing careers, changing something about your life, moving, something like that. But those of you who it's not as serious, but we are together, someone could be wanting to secretly walk away and move on to other things. That's what I have for Cancers. Now let's look at Leo. Hey, Leo. Leo men, what's coming up in your love life? You putting more time and attention in yourself. You're ready to move on. You're not holding on to anyone. But, you're still feeling a bit guilty or hurt. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to be a little less noisy. But you're still kind of challenged by you to kind of like really clean the slate and give someone a chance and not necessarily feel vulnerable and broken or judging yourself. Oh, I look too old. I'm too this. I'm too that. So being a little hard on yourself, you're still kind of getting through that. You're acknowledging those things and you are working through it, but it's going to take some time. And there's a new chapter coming here for you in love, or just a new chapter in life, okay? You really still need some closure when it comes to someone, even someone's forgiveness. So men, you may have to work on that. And you could have a lot of conversations, talking to people, that sort of thing. But you also may feel exposed. I don't know, like you may feel exposed, judged, that sort of thing. So you may feel like this is not the time. I'm just not in the best place to, focus on love. Leo single men, Leo single ladies. You have to kind of stop running away from love or running away when things get really hard, ladies. That just may be your coping mechanism. You're starting to kind of see what others have said about you as it relates to love. And so, again, everyone is kind of having sobering realities about, what part they play in their love life. So single Leo ladies, you're no different. And you're kind of going to be holding back. There's someone who you still care deeply for here, but you're going to focus more on what's important in your life, your responsibilities, and kind of holding back what you truly want to say. This is the same thing I think as Gemini's reading, but yeah, you may be holding close to your vest what you truly want to say, ladies, that sort of thing, or even truly want to do. Leo couples. You're trying to decide what you want in this relationship. They're struggling to forgive you and get over what has been done. You're acknowledging, Leo, that, you know, you shouldn't have lied. You should not have been dishonest. And that may have saved the relationship. They have regrets and the challenges that the two of you suffer, even if it has resulted in a breakup. They may feel like Leo. Some of you Leos feel like it's hard to get back to that place you once were, when the love was really special and very intimate. And this person may feel like you've tolerated enough, you've taken enough, you accepted enough, and they wouldn't do it, especially if you've been the very patient, loving, caring, kind one and accepting one in a relationship, that sort of thing. Or they're just really struggling to get over things if it's been done to them. And you're more of a love and light, let's, move on. And they're like, it's harder for them to do that. You still feel like there's things that the two of you need to work on. You also could be busy with work and can't give but so much time. And they may feel like it's too late. Like they don't know if it's going to be the right time when they're able to kind of get over things, or they're done with the past and holding on to the past or dealing with the past. They've worked through it, and it's like, now where are we going to be once I'm ready, or I'm open, or I'm no longer busy. Because some of this could be about being very busy at work and life, that sort of thing. But you're going to mend your fences together, and one, if not both of you, are going to be working through the guilt and through the pain and just working through it, because honestly, there's still this feeling of feeling inseparable, like we're still meant to be. So there's a reason to work this out and work through it. That's what I have for Leos. Now let's look at Virgo. Hey, Virgo. Let's look at singles. Single Virgo men. Check your car. You may have car trouble. You may not be able to kind of go as you please out of the blue. So do be careful with your vehicles, that sort of thing. You're putting your foot down. You keep getting found out. Some of you want to repair something with someone, but they've you put a bad taste in their mouth. So it could be hard for you to kind of circle the block and go back to people, or someone to come back into your good graces. Virgo single men. You want attention, not necessarily love, but you do want some attention. And so you could be, again, going back to someone, saying and doing whatever you need to get that attention and to kind of get off, as they say. And there's definitely that waiting for you. There's someone, if not several people, who are waiting to give you just that, the attention, the desires, give you what it is that you need. And it's only a phone call away, or a drive away, or a trip away, even though that may be a bit of a challenge. So you may have to wait a little bit, but yeah, what you desire and want definitely could come to you. Virgo single ladies, the aggravating love. You may have a lot of people that you don't want to be bothered with. And some of you may feel like, it's that imbalance of, I don't want them, they want me. I want them, they don't want me. I like them, they like me, they're broke. It's something like that, where it's just imbalances here. And that's frustrating. Again, a lot of options and what do I do? But at the same time, you don't have much patience. You don't have time to kind of even enact the plan, to give this a chance to see who's the best one to choose. Like, you're just not up for it. Everyone's aggravating you. Are you guys going through menopause, ladies? Some of you, you're not up for it. It could be, those things that I've just joked about. But anyway. You are going to remain to yourself, I'm telling you, ladies, and really focus on work, and you really get busy at work as well, because you're just not up for it. And you may be single through the summertime, and it's your choosing. It really is your choosing, because you can have several. But again, it's just like, I could be using my time better. It's that type of thing. Couples. Oh, you're changing, or they've changed. Oh, this came out of nowhere. You're changing. They're changing. This is a specific message for a specific couple. So do not make this your reality. This may not be your reading. You may need to go check out a different sign. Your message you could find some messaging that's there, but you're single. Some of you recently breaking up from this person, or you've just changed on them on a dime. Yeah, this could have literally happened out of nowhere. And for some of you, it's like, yeah, I've left them and I've taken the money with me. I've taken the assets with me. This is crazy. Okay. They still want to work on this, or you guys still have to work with each other, especially this person could be married. So it's like, you have to pay me, pay up. You still have to take care of ... Yeah, I'm willing to work on this, but you have to make the moves first. You know, I'm not going to run after you, that sort of thing. You're also a stubborn person, and you can find interest and busy yourself with other things, and it doesn't necessarily have to be running back to this person. Also, for some of you, if it is about finances, you're very keen on not sharing anything right now. Like, you're trying to grow your money, not lose your money. So it could be that as well. Like, you're not going to get my money here. You know, two of you could be at odds over that. Also, stubbornness. Yeah, you still care as they do. They want to see you. They don't want this to be over. They want forever with you, or they've wanted forever with you. Ooh, I see. I see sex. Could even be like phone sex, that sort of thing. Indulging. Being a bad boy and bad girl, and having a good time is what I see. So two of you are going to get together, close the gap. If there's been a separation, all it's going to take is one phone call. I'm coming, I miss you, and then everything seems to be back on track. And it may be a little toxic cycle that the two of you are on, with, you know, everything is nice now, but soon we'll get back to them disappearing, or this or that sort of thing. But for now, at least, when you guys do get back together and see each other, it's going to be a really, really good time. A good time. So I have for Virgos. Let's look at Libra. Hi, Libra. Libra single men. Hold on, guys. You're still missing someone. And a lot of people are feeling guilty for the part that they played, or thinking about, you know, that person, that they were guilty and they did them wrong, but still can't let them go. This is for Libra single men. You've made mistakes. Again, it may be hard for you to get over it, and you're still thinking about, you know, the regrets and how things ended up, that sort of thing. So being a little hard on yourself, try not to be so hard on yourself, men. You know, it's a life lesson. What can you do? Yeah. What else? What can you do? Sorry if that was too loud. Be careful, man. Try not to drink and drug and indulge, even sex, that sort of thing, because you can fall down a nasty little slippery slope, you know. Yeah, you can fall down a nasty little dark-sided slope. So be careful. Try to uplift yourself. Get yourself out the house. Talk to people who are encouraging and enlightening. You know, join somewhere that, you know, helps you get out of this funk. Because I see a funk, and it seems to go down and down. Like you started off good and light, and and then it's like you start to think, and you can go down a rabbit hole. So be careful with that. Virgo, Libra single ladies. You want space. You don't want to be bothering anyone right now, because you know what you want. Either I know what I want, I know what I deserve, and I'm not going to settle for anything less, or, you know, you're not this person, so get out of here, y'all, because that's and you may feel like it's hard for you to balance yourself and to get everything you need out of relationships. Like, you give too much of yourself. It's hard for you to create boundaries, sustain boundaries. So you may feel like it's just not worth it. And some of you, don't be so hard on yourself, because you may start feeling like, I need to get some plastic surgery. I need to, you know, make this change, correct this, correct that sort of thing. But really, ladies, going within and I see a lot of holding back from Libra ladies and just saying, no, I'm just not in the mood. Please find someone else, you know, get someone else to do. Libra couples. How you feel about them? Hopefully, Libra, you're not doing it for the money. Or some of you, it may be differences in finances, and you know that can't be ignored. Some of you may feel like what I want you can't provide, or we are just on different pages, that sort of thing. And your person wants to tell you the truth. They don't want to run away from problems anymore. It may start to become harder and harder to mend fences, understand their point of view, look at their perspective, meet them halfway, because it just may start coming down to the more practical areas of life. You know, this is taken away from me in some kind of way. It's hard for you, Libra, to ignore that now for whatever reason. I'm pretty sure it has a lot to do with the transits that we have coming up, but yeah. You're really like, I don't know. They're not satisfied. They may tell you that, you know, this is what I need, this is what I want. And if they don't find the right words and tread lightly, that could be the straw. You're on the fence. You're on the fence, like, You want it. But like I said, if it's not benefiting you and you're not getting what you need out of this as well, then they have a trick up their sleeve, but so do you. And all they're thinking about is, let's be together, let's get together, let's stay together. You know we can't leave each other. You know we can't be apart. But deep down inside, you've changed. You're changing. And it just seems like they may be taking you for granted. Excuse me, guys. They could be taking you for granted. Or if the two of you, this is a cycle, this is what we do. They don't think, excuse me, they don't think that it could ever change between the two of you, because this is just what you do. I gotta give me some water. Yeah, and unfortunately, the two of you can fall back into this runner chaser, aggravating, that sort of thing. So this reunion, if it was like a love reunion and coming back into each other's good graces, may start to wither or, bring on more challenges again. That's what I have for Libras. Now let's look at Scorpio. Hey, Scorpio. Scorpio single men. Ew. You're stuck on someone. Wait a minute, guys. Yeah, you're stuck on someone. Has been hard for you to move on. And also be careful. I said this to another sign. I forget who at this point. But be careful with your vehicle. You can have car trouble. You can't just get up and go like you think you can. So check your vehicle. Make sure you are paying attention to the signs of your car. That sort of thing. That's a side note, man. But other than that, you just can't seem to move on. You can't seem to make a choice. You can't seem to get there and get the motivation. Oh, it's coming. Don't worry, man. You may stay. I feel it. I feel like it's coming. It's coming. You're about to get back out there again. Yeah, but you're kind of blocked. You're blocked because there's still a process of love here. Yeah, hopefully no one has you caught up in a rapture, that sort of thing. Yeah, you're going to get out of it. I keep saying wanting to get out of it. Hopefully nobody is stuck, bound. I get like stuck, bound, can't move, nobody's in prison, that sort of thing. Because it's like you're okay, but things around you may be isolated and stuck. I don't know. It's just kind of weird energy over here. So just when you feel like you see this here, it's kind of like this. See how that snake, it has his leg caught up there? Yeah, that's kind of how your reading is. The energy in your reading is permeating. It's kind of like, I want to move forward. I want to get out. But you're stuck. And I don't feel like it's your doing. So I don't know what the hell's going on here. It's kind of interesting. Scorpio single ladies. Because every time I say, well, you keep getting held back. You keep holding back. And I don't know. See, she riding him. So I don't know. It's very interesting. This is interesting. Scorpio single ladies. You're willing to work, and you're also focusing more on work. You want a relationship, a real one, ladies, and you're willing to work with it, through it. You may take someone that has, like, if you say, well, I would never. Now you are going to concede. Now you will make some adjustments to what you never would have did, for the betterment of you, because you want something real solid, stable. You may even be, increasing the age gap, that sort of thing. Like, you're making concessions so that things can work for you, giving people a go, giving people a chance, even possibly welcoming old people back, seeing where things can really go, because you want that. Like, you want something real, especially if this person is solid, yeah, so far so good, that type of thing. And you definitely could meet someone at work and it turns into up. Be careful with that, Scorpio. Ladies, Scorpio ladies, when it's bad, it's ugly. So that's why it's so hard for you to kind of give it a go, because you don't want to be hurt anymore, backstab, that sort of thing. You're changing. You have somebody from the past coming back and wanting to. Now, I'm going to tell some of you it's two different stories. You have the past coming back, wanting to kind of reunite and see you get together with you, or a new person that comes out of nowhere. This person is sleazy, they're slimy, they can't be trusted. Do know you're being tested with them both. Single Scorpio ladies, couples. Hold on, guys. You're holding on to them, money, resentment. You're holding on to stuff. You're holding on to, focusing on your eye on a prize, your money, building yourself. Your person wants to resolve this, get back on track, get to a place of peace. They may quietly be over drinking and indulging over you, or it could be something personal. Even though they want this, you're aggravating as heck, or this situation is very aggravating. Yeah, it's hard for you to give your part. It's hard for you to give. It's hard for you to meet them halfway to some extent. Yeah, I do see selfish energy here, Scorpio. But, it may be for the betterment of both of you, especially if you're working hard to prepare for your futures together, or just your futures. Like, listen, I got to focus on this. I can't be, this nonsense over here. This could be something like that. And, they may be having a hard time, especially if this is a woman, you're a Scorpio man. This lady can have a hard time feeling like there's someone else. She may not be able to still retain the same level of confidence, sex appeal. So she could be doubting herself, or feeling like you want someone else, that sort of thing. Interesting. Yeah, she could be a little hard on herself if this is a woman. If your partner is a woman, if your partner is a man, then there may be a hard time kind of seeing the sex appeal and the appeal toward you, or you may not be acting as appealing, which I can see here too. I can see it. Like, you don't want to have sex with him, that type of thing. Yeah. Okay. Do you still want this? I feel like you want sex. You want sex. I wasn't trying to say sex, but you want sex. Some of you want out of this world sex. Some of you want success, right? You want to evolve. So if some of you are on that road of evolvement in your career, that's what you really want. Like, I really want, really to evolve as far as I can. Some of you, yes, you do want this. You know that this is going to get better in time. It will. So others of you want this. They could be dropping, not necessarily this, but they could be your person kind of trying to let things go, their hang-ups, that sort of thing, trying to give this a go again. Hold on, guys. Yeah, they may feel like, but some of you Scorpios, your person, if you're not satisfying them or giving them what they want and they feel like they've given you a lot, be careful. This person can be quite crafty, and it almost seems like it's nothing that they would not do when they're petty. But I do see a deep connection and love here, and the love deepens between the two of you. But someone doesn't want to necessarily get lost, and that's the thing. Someone doesn't want to get lost in their love life, and it's like you're not going to get me caught up in no rapture. And I feel like it's you, Scorpio, like you are on track with overall success for yourself. Damn a relationship. And you know that. And so you're like, I'm telling you right now, I don't give a damn how good this love is. I don't give a damn what you're telling me. You're not going to come in between. You're not going to come in between this. I feel you. I feel you on that. I do. And you would be willing to cut someone out and and moving on if it comes down to that. Like, you're not playing. You're going to choose you every time. Ooh. Could it be Pluto and Aquarius? Could it be? That's what I have for Scorpios. Now let's get Sagittarius. Hi, Sagittarius. Sagittarius men. Single Sagittarius men. You may feel like you've gotten exposed in your love life, single Sagittarius men. Your name has gone around. It kind of rings bells. The wrong person is trying to defame you, something like that. You don't feel appreciated by someone, or when it comes to love, like you may feel like you give a lot and you don't get much in return. And as a result, you want to hold back from that. Shit, you better. Money might be a little bit challenging. And that's exactly what I'm saying. You're like, it costs too much and no one else wants to, reciprocate. And yeah, you're losing money. Or you may feel like it's devaluing you. Higher mind, higher thinking men, being very mature. But at the same time, the pretty faces is hard to say no. It is hard to say no. Single Sagittarius men. You have a commitment coming your way. Yep. A soul contract with someone. Yep. But do your due diligence and look into this person. They may be broken. Make sure it's not a karmic relationship, because this definitely looks like it could be karmic, but it definitely can turn into a full-on commitment between you and this person. And it could come out of, it could come out of nowhere. Oh, yeah. And this could be with someone that you have unfinished business with, that sort of thing. So some of you men, don't be surprised if she comes back, with a surprise, because she's been broken since you've been gone. Sagittarius single ladies. I didn't see that coming. Interesting. Sagittarius single ladies. You want to give love a go, even though you've been dissatisfied. You still long for someone, or think about, you look at love with rose-colored glasses, that sort of thing. So you always daydream about, and that may be it. Like, you live love in your head more than you do in reality. And some of you, oh yeah, okay. I was trying to figure out, what is this? I'm sorry, Liz. And some of you, may feel pain from how you've been treated or what you've caused. You have a new chapter. You have a new chapter in life, but ladies, try to tamper that ego now. That ego may really get inflated, ladies. Especially with all of this strong masculine energy of Aries that we have now. Your energy and your ego could get quite inflated, so be careful with that. Aside from love, because your whole life outside of love can be really, booming, but you just can't seem to get it right when it comes to love, or it's very confusing. You're not so sure. You don't know. Should you open up? Should you give a person a chance? Should you start again? Should you, all those things. And hopefully you're not, thinking negatively where you start to doubt yourself completely when it comes to love, so be careful with that. But your other life looks good. The other parts of your life looks really good. Okay. You need to have fun, ladies. You need to just kind of have fun a little bit. Okay, couples. Hold on. It's okay. Here we go. You feel like your person, hopefully nobody feels like the person is dark, and I don't mean hue, like they're up to things. They're a toxic person. They feel very connected to you, your person. You may find them to be a liar, or it's hard for you to be honest with them. They're not going to keep chasing you. They're not going to keep trying to convince you, even though they miss you or they still love you and they want this. You still want it as well, because you feel like what the two of you have is unmatched. I don't know if they could be missing a whole nother person. And they also, they may say, okay, if you don't want this, or you know, I'm not going to continue to try to keep this or make this be what I wanted it to be. The two of you may not be what you used to be, and they understand that, even though they still love you and there's a connection here, but they also feel like, well, you know, it's changed and it is what it is. It's that type of thing. It could be some personal stuff going on that someone is working through, and the other person, like one person is going through some things that really is taking them away from the relationship, and the other person is kind of understanding that. Even though they may not be so happy about the situation, this relationship is on the verge of a breakup, or it's very challenging right now. Your person may be acknowledging that, like, they're not going to chase you. They're not going to chase you. So if it has to end, it will have to end, even though they don't want it to, but they may just feel like, you know, it's probably the best thing for us. It's that type of thing, because again, trust could be broken. Other things could be a factor in this that makes it very challenging to see through things. Okay. If you have children, you will be responsible parents, but you could be the kind of exes that, is a headache for new people, because everyone can tell that you still want each other. You want to get back to each other, that sort of thing. So that's what I have for Sagittarius. Now let's look at Capricorn. Hi, Capricorn. Capricorn single men. You may feel like love is a sport. Dating is a sport. You know just what to do, how to get what you want out of those around you. But you're not really going to do much participating in it. Like someone may want to see you. You'll know what to do and say to not see them. Check your car. Make sure you don't have any car issues. Capricorn single men. But yeah, you're only going to do what you want to do. Okay. Some of your finances could be a bit of a challenge, holding on to the past situations. Challenge for you in love. You're not so sure about love, and do you want love? But you know you want the truth, and you want success, and you want someone that is successful. Some more practical things I don't like. All this love, all this feeling stuff. I don't know about that. Going back to someone, they're coming back to you. Tell me you're being very manipulating, man. You are manipulating the hell out of people. And you could be doing this all the way through the summertime, just really manipulating people, knowing just what to say to weave in and out of situations. And they're still going to love you for it. But that's Capricorn men. You guys just are amazing at what you do. I'll say that. Capricorn single ladies. You want love big time. And so you are leading with, your heart open, even maybe going back to people or allowing them back in. You really love someone. If there's someone that, ladies, you still love and they come in, you're acknowledging that you truly love them. You may even tell them that, but you also may say, well, I have to move on. I can't, because this situation is not healthy for me. It's not healthy for my well-being. It's not healthy for my mental state. So I kind of have to let this go. But I do love you. It's that type of thing. Some of you, you may meet someone, it starts to get heavy, you get triggered, and then you're running out of there. Yeah. You have love that if you work it and you be patient and you give it time, this can be your husband. You can become a wife. This can be someone in 3 years, 3 months, 3 years time, where it's like, yeah, we're married and we have a child and we live together and all those things. And someone is a package deal. Like they're close with their family, you with yours, or there's someone in addition to. So it will be kind of like a blending, not just the two of you. But yeah, you can. And for some of you, you're just going to focus on work, and this work is going to be amazing for you. Like, yeah, you're really going to be on top in the next upwards of a year, half, 3 years. That's for Capricorn single ladies. Capricorn couples. Well, you may be ready to apologize or be a little bit more loving toward them. They may find you to be a tyrant, too controlling and damn it stubborn, or they've put their foot down on you, and they're hella stubborn. You may feel like, what's good for you is not good for me. You're trying to force me into something or control a situation. Some of you, they may use religion as a weapon, rules, the Bible as a weapon, something like that. Or we have to adhere to it, but it always is more leaning toward what they want, something like that. Like it's skewed in some kind of way, and it's wrapped up and tethered into morals and rules and regulations. Also counseling, if you've gone, mediation, that could be a bit of a challenge, and this person is just not really sure. They're not so sure about if this is working long term, if the two of you can resolve and get into a better place. There has been disappointments, separations between the two of you, trials and tribulations, and now they have some regrets, but also some doubts. You still want this, and they still want it too. As time goes on, because there's more communication, seeing one another, plans, it starts to get back on track rather quickly. And you have someone here, I want to say you have a Virgo, but it could be any sign, who's very mature. Excuse me, this person is very mature. It's easy for them to give as long as they're being given to, that type of thing. I see Aquarius very strong here, Taurus strong, be any sign, like I said. This relationship is being tested, and I do see this relationship is heading toward more of a loving place, even if it's just one of you loving and really devoting and loving on the other person. Now, if somebody has a side person, a past person, don't let this person come in between what you have if you want it. That's one. Others of you, if one partner is being very loving, but there's no reciprocity, that's going to change. Out of the blue, it's going to change. Because again, I feel someone's like, well, let's see where this goes. The other person's like, no, I'm serious. Like, I'm 100% serious. So don't take that for granted, because one of you both can really make this work big time, but one of you is taking it a little for granted, and they may not want to do that. So I have a Capricorn, and I got Aquarius. Yeah, I know. Okay, so Aquarius. Hey, Aquarius. It's Aquarius single men. Hold on, guys. You have a lot to say. Okay, so someone who you can't get over, but you've messed this up. They've gotten too close, and you may have had to regulate things, and now you have regrets. Yeah, you're the problem, man. You know it. I'm just reading cards. I have no issue with Aquarius. But you're the problem, and you acknowledge that, like, damn, why did I mess this up? Why did I do that? That type of thing. You need to kind of just take your time. There's some things that you really need to work on and work through, and feel those feelings if you can find them. Is that type of thing, because you're more in your head about things than you are feeling anything, men. And you could feel like it's more important for you to focus on your business. Too many people or someone could be gossiping about you, talking about you, trying to expose you. You may find, if you are getting to know people, that they're childish, or what are we doing here? Like, you want more. You want more. Aquarius single man. You know that you know what you want, single ladies. You do. And you think about where you went wrong in relationships and where the imbalances were. But you also may find or admit that you tend to attract toxic people, you too may be feeling like, well, I need to work on me. I need to get me better so that I can, attract better people in my life. So you're going to start to be a little bit more responsible about your life and people around you and your life. Like, especially if you're broke, money's been funny, that sort of thing. Like, whatever the habits, the poor habits that you've developed, you're going to start to mend those. So that's really good, ladies. Okay. You're getting very clear that you want space. That's all. Very clear, because this jumped out reverse. You want space. So you're very clear about that. You're not, unlike some other signs that's really hard on themselves, like, I need plastic surgery, I look horrible. You're like, no, I look good. And I look really good. You may start to, if you are a lighter hue, now you want to look darker. If you live in a cold climate, now you want to be in the sun. You want to vacation more. You want to take time with yourself. You want to go to museums. Like, you want more refinement and to look more refined. Or you may feel like you've become more refined, that sort of thing. So, yeah, ladies, you may feel like it's all about me right now. Aquarius single, Aquarius couples. They understand it. You understand where they're coming from, and they may feel like, listen, I need a minute. I need to take some time. And they may be saying, well, shit, I don't know how much time I'm gonna need. I don't know if you're gonna feel the same way when I get back, but I need this damn time. Or I just need some time to focus on me. It's that type of thing. I gotta put me first to some extent. And you understand that. You're like, okay, do your thing. You may feel like this person could be toxic, that they don't see their side of things and how they can be. They could be a negative Nancy or Nate, and they could bring the energy down. They also feel like you're egotistical. You don't see how big of a head you are, how disconnected you are from reality and people. Oh my gosh. That is an Aquarius. You may start to clock out, check out, especially if they take too long or to rub you the wrong way. You'll show them how to do it. I get a lot of Aquariuses starting to redirect their life. Like, some of you are headed to a retirement age or retirement stage, or traveling and taking an easy way in life or slower way in life is starting to become more important to you. This is a side note, but back on couples, your person wants a new chapter. They also may feel like in the break that you're taking, that gives them time to kind of move on and put things into perspective, and they may be getting under someone else in order to get over you. If the two of you are at a distance or on a breakup or disconnected, is what it looks like. You're still going to be connected, but again, a third party. See what I was saying? A third party, outside people or circumstance or someone's mental health is plaguing this relationship. Yeah, and you guys are going to try to forgive each other and get past it. But boy, you guys are headed toward a lot of confusion, frustration, and aggravation. That's what I have for Aquarius. Now let's look at Pisces. Hi, Pisces. Let's look at men. Pisces single men. You miss someone. You miss that old school kind of love, that teenage love at first sight. And some of you kind of want that again. Excuse me. But you may feel like work, career, family, other things are demanding your time, your energy. And so you may not have as much time, money, to invest or focus on someone new. Pisces single men. Yeah. See? Yeah. You're still tied up with someone, or, it was broken, it broke you down, and you have to pay child support. Like, you mean, it's like, I'm caught up financially, I just don't have it. Or, excuse me, this situation did a number on me and I'm still trying to recover and recoup. It's that type of thing. But some of you men, Pisces single men, you are literally going to jump your ass right into a better position for yourself, career-wise, or even in a relationship. Like, you literally can jump into a relationship out of nowhere, okay? And for a small percentage of you men, you'll get in a relationship and jump your ass right out of it. Like, oh yeah, we could, yeah. And then it's like, what was I thinking? And now you're jumping right out of it. And you will hide behind career, but your career can be on the rise too, and that will be more important to you than solidifying a relationship, because it's like, well, the last time I did it, All that work and what did it? Right. That type of thing got you broke. So some of you men are like, no, you know, I'm being very careful and more practical about this. You know, thank goodness Saturn is on your sun sign. Okay, Pisces single ladies. You want love, but you may be holding out, holding on, focusing more on your finances and career. Some of you are very magical right now. So if you're putting yourself out there, love-wise, you definitely can kind of meet someone and kind of see where it goes. You also can try new things in life outside of love, and that could be working in your favor too. It is going to take concentration, devotion, discipline, and sacrifice. But for some of you, you don't have to sacrifice that much because you're very keen right now, ladies. So you can kind of make a lot of things happen for yourself. Like you can't, but you want love. Yeah, sometimes you may feel like I have to choose my success, my overall well-being, like even your health and that sort of thing for a relationship, you know, because it's like you have to almost like shed who you used to be in order to rid yourself of the past person in order to become a newer you. And you may feel like I'm not in the mood for that. Shit, I'm not a Scorpio. Okay. You guys are some of you ladies are going to you have to spend money to make money. Some of you may be really going toward a whole new career where you'll look back and like, yeah, I did it. I'm here. I'm doing really well for myself. But also you're letting go of nothing people who just want to waste your time and, like I just said, strip you, and you are really becoming serious. That's Saturn on you guys right now. You're serious and you're showing up as a woman who is worthy of a relationship, worthy of all of that. Yeah, and someone is could be coming into your life wanting to marry you, wanting to be with you. And the great thing that I see about some of you, I keep wanting to say Virgo. So some of you Pisces ladies could be same-sex loving. You may get in a relationship with someone who has hang-ups. Like you can meet a Virgo female and then she has hang-ups. She has issues, but she does well for herself. But she may not see it for herself, and she may always feel like someone's using her. How do we get here? This could be some of you Pisces women too. So you kind of need to get yourself, start to put more into your self-confidence, and some of you need to get out of the house. You become a hermit, and this is no good. Others of you ladies, it may be that you've been through the mill as an ex-wife, the mother of someone's child, and you have to stop being so resentful. So there's things here and it still needs to be worked on. But if you work on those things, then you do get to a place where you're very stable and solid and secure within your own right. And then something solid as far as a love relationship comes for you. But aside from that, I do see money and career increasing and enhancing for you. So where you give to those in need, you know, people will kind of use you almost like a model. It's pretty interesting how that shit turned, but that's a good thing. Couples, you may feel like you've had to put your foot down, or your person is very cold and calculating. Yeah, so two of you may not be speaking, the two of you may be on a break, or everyone is kind of walled up right now, you know. Hopefully nobody is detained or away, that sort of thing. It's a lot of holding back, power plays. You may feel like there's too many power plays, holding back, denying. Someone can even use sex as a weapon, a punishment, that sort of thing. And they may feel like you're not so good with people. Yes, they may also feel like you want to keep them all to yourself. There may be too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, no, this is just between us. There's two people in this relationship, not more than two. Or they want you to be a little bit more friendly, more amicable. Here. This is kind of weird, but yeah. Hopefully this person was not married in a relationship with someone, because you're going to find that shit out. You are. By the sometime, some of you are going to find out that, there's somebody else. Oh, now you got to go back home. Oh, okay. Something like that. Yeah, they was an over the past for some of you. Here, or they find you to be a liar. Like, here you come with the bullshit again. Like, you're gonna love and lie. You love, whatever. You apologize, sorry. Yeah, I've heard it all before. Something like that. Here, you're stuck, so you can't go anywhere if you want to. Also check your vehicle, Pisces couples. But yeah, you're stuck. You really can't go anywhere. Maybe they paid the bills, or for whatever reason, you may feel like, I really need this person. I can't really go anywhere. They still want this. They do love and care about you. They do. This person may, if it's not the two of you, that's a problem and challenge for them. It could just be life. But they're getting in a better place, though. They are ridding themselves of problems that they're incurring. So that's a good thing. But they do care a lot about you. And if you are at a distance from one another, you can't get to them. So all you have is a phone call and waiting on them to come to you, or something like that. Somebody can't get to the other person, physically can't get out of something. They physically are stuck and trapped in something. Can't get out. So all you can have is a phone, check, something like that. I see. Ooh. I'll say this. Hopefully nobody is up to no good and there isn't, third parties, outside people, because you might lose your mate. Somebody may lose the other person. Also, if someone is ready for a relationship, take this to the next level. The other person, hopefully no one's forcing anyone to be in something, So, yeah, because I do see ultimatums, putting your foot down, cutting someone off, cursing them out, but it's with love, if that makes sense. But somebody could change on the other person on a dime, just change on them. I'm tired of this, had enough of it, that type of thing. But it's like pressure that's busting pipes. That's what I have for you guys. Hopefully it's been helpful. Check me back on the next one. Take care, guys.